So now in this video we are going to discuss about the solid waste and the case study of remedy for plastic waste. So now first solid waste. The solid waste is nothing but that everything goes out in trash. Trash we take in solid waste. So maximum of municipal solid waste, that is municipal small solid waste comes from homes, offices, stores, such kind of places. So these municipal solid waste are collected and disposed by our municipality. So the municipal solid waste are paper, food waste, plastics, glass, metals, rubber and leather, textiles, some stuffs like that. So burning these waste reduces the volume of waste, but it completely does not burns out, but it reduces the substance. So the sanitary landfills were adapted. So these sanitary landfills were adapted in order to as a substitute for the open burning dumps. So here it becomes, these open dumps becomes a breeding ground for rats and flies. So this landfills, but this landfills is not a complete or not really a much solution for to get rid of the garbage generation, but because in nowadays even in metros these landfills are getting filled up. So this landfills causes the danger of seepage of chemicals. It sometimes greatly pollutes the underground water resources. So a solution to this all can be only when human beings become more sensitive to environmental issues. So the waste we generate can be classified into three categories: biodegradable, recyclable, non-biodegradable. So biodegradable, recyclable and non-biodegradable. So these the garbage or the waste, municipal waste or the waste produced by human beings are generally or always the generated is sorted completely as in these three categories. These are done by cupboard walls and rack pickers. So they do a great job in the separation of the materials, whether they have to be recycled or they cannot be recycled. So the primary goal of us should be to reduce the garbage generation, but instead we are using the non-biodegradable waste in a large number. That is, we are contributing in turn heavily to the environmental pollution, but not in order to save the environment. So the government is asking us to ban, that is it is telling us to push the reduction for plastic. So we must use plastic in a very less way, whereas you have to use eco-friendly packages. So nowadays we are using these plastics in several places, even fruits and vegetables, good quality of eatable biscuit packets. There are number of layers of plastic, but we use plastic. So fruits and vegetables are packed in a beautiful polystyrene and plastic packing, but it is a very harmful thing to the environment. So instead government is telling us the eco-friendly package, that is carrying cloth or other natural fiber carrying bags while we are going out of or shopping, instead of refusing the usage of plastic bags, so that the environmental pollution can be brought into accordance, that we can prevent the usage, prevent the damage of our environment. So now we are going to discuss about the case study of remedy for plastic waste. So here in this case study we are taken Ahmed Khan. So he is a 57 years old man. He is a plastic sack manufacturer. So for 20 years he is manufacturing plastic sacks, but before about 10 years ago he realized that plastic waste has become a great problem. So he made out polyblend. This is something that recycling the modified plastic. So it is, if we powder the modified plastic, we will get polyblend. So he started in his company, he started developing polyblend, and then he mixed it this polyblend with bitumen. So bitumen is actually such a thing which is used to lay roads. So he mixed this polyblend and bitumen together. So then he there was in the collaboration with RV College of Engineering and Bangalore City Corporation, he found out that the blends of polyblend and bitumen increase the road life to the factor of 3. So it increases 3 times the life of a road. So he first per kg he was giving for 0.40 rupees, but he increased it to 6. So because he needed he needs a lot of amount of plastic waste. So by the year of 2002, about 40 kilometers of road in Bangalore was laid out by this polyblend. So actually we need to thank polyblend because it is helping us to avoid plastic in a greater extent, so that Bangalore has become a shortage of plastic waste in there. So in Bangalore it even led to the shortage of plastic waste. So here hospitals also give out some hazardous waste that contains disinfectants and other harmful chemicals, pathogenic microorganisms, but these hazardous waste has to be treated carefully, because though it is a medical issue, it has to be treated very carefully and it has to be disposed in a very careful method. So they use incinerators to dispose these or to treat these hazardous waste. So when we take this electronic waste, that is e-waste, the irreparable computers, electronic goods come under these electronic waste or e-waste. So they are mainly buried in the landfills, or either they are incinerated. So this electronic, that is in this e-waste, total half of the e-waste of the world are exported to the developing countries. So from the developed countries, they are transported to the developing countries, especially they are transported to China, India and Pakistan. So from this e-waste, these developing countries take out copper, iron, silicon, nickel and gold. So they recover these metals from the electronic waste. So in developing countries, the recycling of e-waste is specially built with facilities, so that no human being has to go. But in in developing countries, it is manual participation takes place. That is, a human itself has to undergo this process. So from this we can understand that recycling is the only solution for the treatment of e-waste. If electronic waste has to be recycled, it has to be brought out, or if copper, iron, silicon, such metals has to be recovered, then recycling is the only way for the treatment in this e-waste. But in certain cases they are carried out in an eco-friendly manner too. Thank you.